Okay students, so in this video we will be talking about limit pricing. What is limit pricing? There was an economist, his name was Bain. Bain observed one thing, that in case of oligopoly market, means he has taken example of oligopoly market, it was profit maximization price, and these firms with given demand conditions and their supply conditions, these firms could easily charge this price, which is profit maximization price. But actually these firms were not charging this price, they were charging some price below than this price. Why it is so? To understand this particular phenomena, let's talk about these two terms. One is potential entry, one is actual entry. When actually some competitor enters into the market, your whole data will be changed, your demand condition, your supply conditions will be changed. So some firms were avoiding this entry, they were thinking about potential entry, means actual entry was not happening, but there were chances that some entry may be possible if they charge this profit maximization price. That is why they were charging a price below this. Now question is that whether they were charging a perfect competition market price? No. If this is the perfect competition market price, they were not charging this price also, they were charging price higher than this. So limit pricing is the price which a firm can charge without attracting any new competition. It was about limit pricing. So in detail we will be talking about Bain's limit pricing theory here. So let's talk about Bain's pricing theory. As per my notes, it was observed that in oligopoly market, firms would not be charging the price at which they can maximize the profit, but they were charging lower price. The price they were charging was higher than long run average cost. It means it was higher than perfect competition market price. Okay. Firms were not charging profit maximizing price as it can attract new firms or due to potential entry. Though they were charging price above LAC. They were charging above LAC because of some barriers to entry. So we will talk about barriers to entry in this topic. What are barriers to entry? Okay. What is limit price? Limit price is that price level above which entry is attracted, but firms can charge below it without attracting a new firm. Entry of a new firm in the market creates uncertainty, and firms always avoid uncertainty. So these are the assumptions of Bain's limit pricing model. These are some assumptions on which it was depending upon. First one is there is a determinate long run demand curve for industry unaffected by price adjustment by buyers and sellers. Usually when we talk about oligopoly market, there is not a stable demand curve because conditions keep on changing. So stable demand curve is very difficult in case of oligopoly market. But here Mr. Bain, he has assumed that we are having a long run demand curve which is stable demand curve. Next is effective collusion among established oligopolists. If some producers are there in oligopoly market, let me tell you, oligopoly market is a market where few producers are operating, and these few producers are too less number of producers that every producer is having a very a substantial portion of market share. That is why action of one always affect other producers. So here they are having collusion, means collectively they are making this decision of charging a lower price, and then only it is happening there. Only one firm is not doing this, all the firms are doing this because they have some agreement type thing, that is why they are charging lower price. Next is these established firm can compete limit compute a limit price. So they have computed this limit price below which entry will not occur. So is below this price no entry will happen in the market. Two more points are here. Above the limit price, entry is attracted and uncertainty will happen. Next point is the established firm seeks a maximization of their own long run profit. Okay, so they are sacrificing their short run profit, but they are aiming at long run profit. So here you can see this diagram. Let me tell you what is this. This is the demand curve, this is marginal revenue curve, and according to Bain, they have taken this long run average cost curve, LAC. They have assumed that LAC is a straight line curve. In long run, modern theory of cost assumes that some portion of long run average cost is flatter. It is not U-shaped proper, but a flatter shape is there. So that is taken here. So this is long run average cost. And when your average cost is a straight line like this, I mean horizontal, it is also equal to marginal cost, because marginal cost cut average cost at its minimum point, but here whole your diagram is only minimum, so both are equal here. Average, marginal cost, both are equal here. Okay, this is a special case. So this is long run average cost, this is marginal revenue, this is equal to marginal cost, so it is cutting here. So this much of quantity will be produced, and this is the price. Yes, this is profit maximization price, PM. It was profit maximization price. And what about competition market price? I mean perfect competition. If there is perfect competition market, it will be the price. So this is profit maximization price, this is perfect competition market price, and PL is limit pricing. So limit pricing is fixed somewhere between these 2 points. This is PL is limit pricing. So if these producers are charging this PL or below PL, there is less or no chance of new entry. But this point to this point, this is uncertain range of demand. If you charge any price higher than this PL, there will be new entry. Means it is possible that new entry may happen, and there will be uncertainty. Okay. So this is about potential competition. Here competition is not actual, but we are talking about potential, which we are trying to avoid. Next is barriers to entry. If we do not want to attract new firms, so we should charge a price which is equal to perfect competition market, where in long run we are not making any positive profits, but normal profits only. But here you can see still these producers are getting some profit, because their price is above perfect competition market price. Why they are able to price their commodities like this? I mean, why they are able to charge a price which is higher than perfect competition market, and still they are thinking that no new entry will take place. If these people are making this profit, it may also attract new competition, but according to Bain, there are some barriers. That is why these producers are able to charge a higher price, because automatically there are some barriers to new competition, there are some barriers to new firms. What are these barriers? Here are the barriers. First one is product differentiation barriers. If a new producer will enter into the market, its product will be different from other products, and already people are habitual of those products which were available in the market. So if a new firm is entering, he has to make a space, he has to charge a lower price only. This firm cannot charge same price which was already charged by the existing producers. Obviously it has to charge a lower price, because its product is totally different, totally new to the consumers. So automatically there is a barrier, he cannot charge same price. Next is absolute cost advantage. Some firms which are already operating in the market, they have some advantages. What type of advantages? skills of managing personals, patents, superior technology, control on supply of raw material, lower cost of capital because of their goodwill, because already they are established firms and consumers know them very well. So these are some absolute cost advantages. Because of these advantages also, new firms cannot enter on same price. Next is barriers from initial capital requirement. New firm have difficulties in securing the required higher amount of capital. To set up a new plant, a big money means a lot of capital is required, and for a new producer it is little bit a difficult thing to means manage for this, because Bain has already assumed that production will directly start on a bigger scale, not a lower scale. Okay, next is economies of scale. Existing farms are having a very big size, they are producing in bulk, that is why they are getting some economies of scale. Because of producing on a bigger scale, they are having some benefits. So these are the barriers, and because of these barriers, existing producers were able to charge a higher price than the perfect competition price. It was also observed that on this point there was means on PL price there was some particular type of elasticity. It was also observed. Anyways, so this was about the Bain's model. Now let's talk about one more model is also there. This is if you can see it properly, this is Psillos and Labine model. Psillos and Labine also given their model. Very short explanation I have given here. According to these economists, Psillos and Labine, their limit pricing model depends upon economies of scale only. If this is the demand of the whole industry, there may be small firm, large firm. Small firm are having more cost, big firms are having lesser cost, because they are producing more amount, so they are having more economies of scale. So these are three types of, you can see three types of plants or firms. It is a very small firm, it is medium firm, and it is large firm. So large firm is producing more, that is why its average cost is okay. This is average cost, let me tell you, these are average cost of different plants. So smaller plant is having more average cost because it is producing lesser quantity, and large firm is having more production, so lower average cost. Here this large firm will decide the PL, I mean limit price. This large firm will fix the limit price, and it will fix limit price in such a way that even this small firm can also make some profit. So here PL will be like this. This is PL, limit price. So this price will be charged in the market, and by charging this price, all firms are making some profits, though they are not making maximum profit, but still they are making some profit. How much profit they are making depends upon their cost conditions. So if cost is low, more profit will be there. If cost of production is high, less profit will be there. So Psillos-Labine model is depending totally upon one thing, and that is economies of scale. So it is depending upon economies of scale. Bigger firm is having more economies of scale, and lower firm is having less economies of scale. So it was all about the limit pricing models. One we have discussed Baines model, and this is Silos and Labine model. That's all.